Does anything change?
No, not a whole lot changes. You know, it's about, obviously the playoff series is about adjustments, and when things aren't working, there's things to tweak, and even when things are working, there's still things to get better at and improve on. And for us as a group, you know, I think we saw in the last game what makes us successful, and that speed and our forecheck especially, and being able to turn pucks quickly in the neutral zone, get back on the attack, and want to do a lot more of that come here tonight.
So you told us after that first Eagles game, then after your first game back in the NHL, that you said, I still got a lot to work on. Do you feel like you're making incremental strides every single time you step on the ice?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, every game is super useful for me right now, and every time I get more and more comfortable with the pace of the game, with physicality, with my mind staying fresh on what needs to be done out there in all different situations. So, continue to get better. I think it's the same for our group. We continue to get better as we gain more experience in this series, and we're another big test here tonight.
Talking about those adjustments, do you feel that there's, with that last game being as successful as it was, do you feel there's another level to you guys as far as that goes?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that's the idea every time you step on the ice, is to continue to get better as a group, and it's a good hockey team on the other side. We can expect their best game tonight, but I think for us, we continue to focus on what we have to do and what makes us good and hard to play against, and we just need to repeat the same effort.
Logan is somebody who's had some really loud moments in this series. Just what can you say about his growth as a player this year and the role he's carrying for this team?
I mean, he's a huge piece for us. He just is, and I think you see it on a nightly basis, the effort he brings. That's where it starts with for him and his entire line, is the effort they put forth every night. And as a team, we feed off of that. They create a lot of momentum for us, and him as a player, he continues to get better, work on his craft, and a lot of fun to watch.
Do you think there was an element of desperation that worked in Game 4 that could pay off here?
Yeah, we need the same thing. I mean, that's what it's about. You need to show up with that desperation and that effort, and that sense of urgency that we brought to Game 4. We're going to have to do the same thing tonight, so a lot of it's just repeating. Like I said, we can expect their best game, but for us, it's more about what we do and us imposing our will on them.
Did that energy change from Game 3 to Game 4 with that extra day off, and how have you guys been able to kind of pull that into coming into Game 5?
I think you want to try to carry that momentum into here. I know, some people say there's no such thing as momentum in between games and playoffs and whatnot, and I agree to a certain level for sure. It's just about establishing your game right away in a new game, and making sure that you're imposing your will on them. It's as simple as that. And yes, it's a quick turnaround, but that's the way it goes. Normally, it's every other day in the playoffs. So, we're used to this, and we're looking at it as a great challenge here on the road. Should be good.
Thanks so much. Thanks,
guys. Appreciate you.
Coming forward to defense, what is the difference for you defensively?
Oh, maybe just a little extra commitment. Trying to take care of the net front first, knowing pucks are coming there. 5 guys behind me. I think that always makes a difference when you've got 5 guys on the same page in the D zone. It's you can really see the benefits of it.
Was that the secret sauce to Game 4 when things worked out so well for you guys?
I think there was a number of things. I think we just played a real all-around good game. I think everybody's legs are feeling good. Skating, winning battles, and I think that just leads to the all-around performance that we see.
Is it a full reset, or is there any momentum that carries you through that?
I think there's not momentum in the sense of prideful momentum, more in the sense of hey, we know what we can do. Here's the things we did well. Let's continue to build on that. Let's kind of continue to gain momentum with our style of play. I think that'd be the best way I could describe it. It's not a momentum of hey, we feel like we have momentum in the series. It's more of a momentum of hey, this is how we feel about our game right now. Let's keep that going and keep doing the right things the right way.
I think for us it just starts with our skating ability. We feel as though if we skate how we did last game, we're going to be tough to contain, and that resulted in a lot more ozone time, more chances for, and at the same time we close things down defensively well because of that skating. So those are sort of points of emphasis for us tonight.
You earned the momentum, but is it real? Is momentum a thing in a 7-game series?
Yeah, I think for sure. I think seeing what we did last game is definitely a different level of belief for our group right now, and like I said, the challenge is replicating that. So we got to learn from that. Put it aside, though. At this point, it's a 3-game series, but we got to start with tonight, and it's the challenge is elevating our play even more on the road here.
You and your line have made some really big plays in this series. Just what would you say is the mentality of that group?
I think the big thing for us is predictability. I feel as though we all play a pretty similar type style and read off each other well, knowing where your outs are, using our skating to our advantage, get to the hard areas, dump the puck in when you have to. I think in playoffs the forecheck is so critical, and our group has done a good job of getting those forechecks back, and when we do that, we're opening up more of those zone play, whether it's for our line or the next line coming out, try and keep them on 3/4 ice. So I think it just starts with our skating ability and being predictable to one another.
Thank you.